もう外に出る？出口はどこ？
上にあるよ。
あれ、ない。
いや、この下だよ。
すごい廊下だね。
こっちだよ。
ねえねえ、この島の人口は何人
？16人だよ。
あれ、アンディ、手に何を持っているの？
ドーナツだよ。
一口ください。
いいよ。
料理が上手だね。
いや、下手だよ。Welcome to the Lesson 11 Kanji lesson. If you follow our lesson today, by the end of the video, you'll be able to read and write every single word on this worksheet. Let's jump into it.
もう外に出る？
Our first word today is the word deru, which means to leave or to exit. As you can see from the ru hiragana in the end here, this is a verb, and it sounds like the computer brand Dell, which is coming out with a new model. Deru. Deru can also mean for a new thing to come out. It means a lot of other things, but today the main one we're covering is to exit, to leave a place. I highly recommend writing out words when you're first learning them. I recommend copying the word as it's written in the boxes on the left or following along with Yuki as she writes the word here.
もう外に出る？もう外に出る？
Let's go ahead and break down the sentence for this word. We have mo, which means something like already. Soto, which means outside. And then we have the target marker ni, followed by our verb, exit. So already outside. Outside is the target of exit. So shall we go outside already? And then I respond with, yeah, we're still in that museum. Stories are a great way to remember new kanji and new words if you're having a hard time remembering them. You don't need stories for every single word you encounter, but I find them helpful when I'm encountering something I think I might not remember. We create stories for pretty much all of the words in this series, but you might not need them. Just keep that in mind. If you have a story that you think is better than ours, please share it in the comments. The one we created for this one goes as follows. Imagine your boss saying over and over that the next Dell computer will soon deru. You think he's saying to exit over and over because he keeps saying deru ga deru, deru ga deru, atarashi deru ga deru. But it turns out deru can also be used to mean that a product will be released. So he's saying that the next Dell will deru. He's not saying deru, 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 I'm gonna leave. So the word deru means to exit and uses the kanji to leave.
出口はどこ？
Our next word is deguchi, and it uses the kanji to leave and mouth. So literally leave through that mouth. But that's a door. But I guess you could think of it as a mouth. So deguchi, exit, an exit.
出口はどこ？
You can get all of the worksheets that you saw in this video along with early access to these videos in Anki deck covering all of the words already. So you don't have to wait for the next videos to come out. You can just use the Anki deck and even more at tokiniandy.com.
出口はどこ？
Jumping into our main sentence, Yuki says deguchi, so exit, that's our main word. That's marked by the topic marker, wa, and then she asks, doko, where? Deguchi wa doko, where is the exit? She seems to have forgotten how to get out of the museum. Imagine you're pointing at an exit and ask someone what the kanji above it says. They keep saying deguchi, and you think they're saying that some person is Gucci, deguchi. You get very frustrated before noticing your misunderstanding. So, deguchi means exit and uses the kanji to leave and mouth. 上にあるよ。
あれ、ない。
The word 上 means above and uses the kanji up or above, and those can be interchanged, obviously. But the word that we learned for it was up. And the word that we're learning, the word 上 here that we're learning, we're going to give the meaning above.
上にあるよ。上にあるよ。
Jumping into our sentence, I say 上, so up. That's marked by the target marker ni, and aru exists. We end that with the yo, friendly new info particle, and we have 上にあるよ, so up, the target, which is of course the exit she was asking about before, exists, friendly new info. You can kind of figure out that I'm saying that the exit is up above. Probably on an above floor, not above our heads. Imagine you're instructing a choir in the section of a song that has oohs and ehs. The oohs keep singing above the ehs. Ooh, ooh, You yell at the ehs and tell them they must be above the oohs. Ooh, ooh. Yep. Ooh, the eh has to be up. It's true about the pitch accent too. So, 上 means above and uses the kanji up.
あれ、ない。
いや、この下だよ。Our next word is 下, which means below. It uses the kanji down. And those, of course, just like 上 can be interchanged. The kanji can also mean below, and the word could also be down. They're basically synonyms, right?
いや、この下だよ。いや、この下だよ。
Jumping into our sentence, it looks like Yuki has gone up a floor too high in the museum, and she says, あれ? あれ is like, oh my, or oh my goodness. あれ? ない does not exist. ない is just it's the negative of ある. So it does not exist. いや just means no, it's sort of casual. And then I say, この下. So この requires a noun after it, means this noun. This noun, in this case, this down. So この下means below this. だよ. So it is friendly new info. So it is below this. She then responds with, huh? Imagine you had a terrible babysitter. Sitter as in 下. They always made you sit under the table or below their chair at dinner time. You also always needed to be beneath the couch when it was time to watch TV. You always hide below your bed when the 下 arrives. So, 下 means below and uses the kanji down.
すごい廊下だね。
こっちだよ. Our next word you can see has two hiragana at the beginning, which are standing in place of a kanji that we have not learned yet. It's going to be learned way later on down the road. The word is 廊下, and that means hallway. The only kanji that we're going to be using in this word from now on is down, 廊下.
すごい廊下だね。すごい廊下だね。
Jumping into our sentence, Yuki says, すごい, amazing, 廊下, so that's hallway, that's our word, だね, it is isn't it? So she's confirming that I agree with her that it is an amazing 廊下, an amazing hallway. So すごい廊下だね. I guess I'm trying to keep her on point and trying to get her out the door and saying こっち over here だよ. So it is friendly new info. Over here it is. Talking about the exit, of course. Imagine you visit a town in Japan and that the local legend there is that all the 廊下 are haunted. So the word 廊下 means hallway and uses the kanji down.
ねえねえ、この島の人口は何人
16人だよ. This word's a little interesting. It means population, 人口, and it also uses the kanji person, which makes sense, and then mouth, which I guess makes sense. Like, I'm thinking person mouth, population. Why would that work? And if you think about it, you could think about the number of people's mouths that you have to feed when you're a government or a king or something being the population, the people and their mouths, needing all that food, the population.
ねえねえ、この島の人口は何人ねえねえ、この島の人口は何人
We finally make it out of the museum, and the first thing Yuki asks me is ねえねえ, which is just getting my attention, like hey, hey, and この島, so this island, の, that's the complex noun connector, so we're connecting two nouns together to get something complex. 島の人口, so population, wa, that's the topic, so the topic here is the population of this island. この島の人口は何人? So how many people? 何人? I answer, and that's just a thinking sound kind of. 16人. So I say 16 people. だよ. So it is friendly new info. So there's 16 people on this island. That is the population of our Animal Crossing island. Imagine you're on a road trip and roll into a town called Junko Town, where the entire population wears Junko jeans, and the Jinko is about 10,000. It's a lot of baggy jeans. Fun side note, Junko jeans, although they're not made by the same company anymore, and lots of companies are making that kind of jean, are making a huge comeback in Japan. They're all over the place. It's kind of nostalgic. So, Jinko means population and uses the kanji person and mouth.
あれ、アンディ、手に何を持っているの
ドーナツだよ. This is a pretty easy one. It just means hand. And the word is te. I don't know why te means hand, but it is what it is. It looks like a T though. So that makes it kind of easy to remember. Te.
手に何を持っているの手に何を持っているの
Suddenly, I'm holding something that looks very delicious, and Yuki wants to know what it is. So she says, are? So it's just like, oh my goodness, or, huh? What's going on here? Andy, that's my name. Teni, so hand, that's our word. Ni, that's the target marker. So she's pointing at something in my hand with the ni particle. Nani, so what, that's the object. What is the object of motteiru? So that's holding or carrying. No can be a casual question marker, kind of like the ka particle at the end of formal sentences. So, nani o motteiru no? So, what are you holding? I answer with what it is, as you can already see. Ice cream da yo. So, ice cream, it is friendly new info. Ice cream da yo.
Donut. Donut.
You won't need a story for every word you learn, but if you made one for te, please share it down in the comments.
Comments.
So the word te means hand, and it uses the kanji for hand. ドーナツだよ。
一口ください。
いいよ。一口. You've already learned hito, so you haven't actually learned the word for just mouth yet. The word for just mouth is kuchi, and that means mouth. That's all it means, kuchi. Well, hitokuchi means one mouth? Well, no, it actually means one bite. So like one mouthful. I think that's super cool. One mouthful means one bite. Or, well, I mean, that obviously makes sense, but one mouth, the kanji combined, means one bite. Hitokuchi, one bite.
一口ください。一口ください。
Jumping into the sentence, Yuki says, hitokuchi, so one bite or one mouth, kudasai, please. Hitokuchi kudasai, one bite, please. And I, of course, am very friendly and say, iyo. So iyo is a combination of the word good and the friendly new info particle. But combined, I have them as the same color here, you can see, because combined iyo is kind of like, sure, here you go. Dozo, you can have it. Iyo, you wouldn't just say I on its own. You want to have that yo saying like, hey, yeah, it's okay if you have it. You might not have known that it was okay you can have it, but it is. Iyo. You've already learned that hito can be used to read one, as in the word hitotsu. Combine that with our new word kuchi, and you get one mouth. Imagine a bit of food that is only big enough for one mouth. So, hitokuchi means one bite and uses the kanji one and mouth.
料理が上手だね。
You've probably heard the word 上手. Maybe 日本語が上手. You're very good at Japanese, for example. You might have heard that meme floating around the internet for a while. I'll let you find out why it's a meme. But anyway, the word using the kanji up and hand, means to be good at or to be skillful with something. Kind of like having the upper hand means you're more skillful than someone who doesn't have the upper hand or the above hand. Anyway, it just means good at or to be skillful. 上手.
料理が上手だね。料理が上手だね。
Jumping into our sentence, we have the word 料理, which means cooking or cuisine. Ga, that's the subject marker, so cooking or cuisine is the subject marker of Yuki's sentence here. 上手, you're good at or skillful. だね, it is agreement or confirmation. So she's looking for confirmation that I agree with her that on the fact that she thinks that I'm good at cooking, which, by the way, in real life, I definitely am not. Imagine you have a friend named Joe from the zoo. He's very skillful at every single job at the zoo. His name is Jozu. So, Jozu means skillful or good at and uses the kanji up and hand.
料理が上手だね。
いや、下手だよ. Here we see literally the opposite of upper hand or good at, skillful. And the word itself means bad at, and it's read as heta. So this is one of those words that you can't place a reading of he on down and ta on hand. It's just the word heta, and the kanji have been placed over top of it to indicate the meaning. One of those jukujikun, which we learned about a while ago. Once again, the reason why it's better to learn words than readings for each of the kanji, because there are a lot of these. So heta means to be bad at or skillful, and it uses the kanji down and hand. You don't have the upper hand here. You're not the skillful one. You're the lower hand, not being good at things.
いや、下手だよ。いや、下手だよ。
Yuki's just told me that I'm good at cooking. I disagree heavily. I say, yeah, nah, 下手だよ. I'm bad at. Unskillful. It is. Friendly new info. Yeah, 下手だよ. Imagine that you have a bunch of haters. Every hater hates on you because they're 下手 at everything you're good at. Silly haters. So the word 下手 means bad at or unskillful and uses the kanji down and hand. If you've enjoyed the video so far, make sure to subscribe. But don't go anywhere because next is the quiz. Try to write down or fill in the words on the worksheet if you have it as we go through the whole scene.
もう外に出る？もう外に出る？出口はどこ？出口はどこ？
上にあるよ。上にあるよ。いや、この下だよ。いや、この下だよ。
すごい廊下だね。すごい廊下だね。この島の人口は何人？この島の人口は何人？手に何を持っているの？手に何を持っているの？一口ください。一口ください。料理が上手だね。料理が上手だね。
いや、下手だよ。
私は箸を使うのが下手です。私は箸を使うのが下手です。フランスの人口は6700万人くらいです。フランスの人口は6700万人くらいです。何時に家を出た？何時に家を出た？出口はあちらです。出口はあちらです。テーブルの上に猫がいる。テーブルの上に猫がいる。おいしいです。料理が上手ですね。おいしいです。料理が上手ですね。テーブルの下にコーヒーがある。テーブルの下にコーヒーがある。友達と廊下の掃除をしました。友達と廊下の掃除をしました。そのとんかつを一口ください。そのとんかつを一口ください。手に何を持っている？ 手に何を持っている？私の口が小さい。私の口が小さい。
That brings us to the end of the Lesson 11 Kanji reading video. Hope you enjoyed it. Let us know if you did down in the comments and hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. By the way, the next video will be right here if it's already out.